Hey guys, this is Ree, and I come to talk to you about what I have either read on the blogs, watched on TV, or heard in these streets. Today we are talking about what I have watched on TV. This is Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 14. We are close to the end of this season, thank God, because I feel like we are dragging things out. This is going to be a very quick video. Before I begin, for those that are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ree, and I talk about all types of things. I do reviews on different shows such as 90 Day Fiance, Married at First Sight, a couple of Netflix shows as well. I talk about different things that's going on in the blogs. It can be about the Kardashians one day, and it could just be about, just life also the next. So if you like anything that you hear, make sure you subscribe. It is free 99. Hit that like button. Leave a comment if you agree or even disagree on my take on things. I still want to hear from you. So let's get started. This video is going to be a quick one because honestly, these couples are just, we've already wrapped it up, to be honest. So, but there still was a couple of kicks within this episode. We'll get some of the couples that are really pretty much easy going out of the way. So we'll get Steve and Nora out of the way first. The only issue is the same issue they've been having for the last 4 episodes, which is basically Nora constantly posting on social media. Here is what we learned. We learned that Steve is too much concerned with public perception. Okay? He talks about basically Nora leaving things that can potentially give the moments to his family and friends that follow her. The girl tells you that the post wasn't about you. Whether she's lying, whether she's not, we don't know. But you don't even want her putting up posts that are even suggestive to what could be or what could not be. And in that way, I'm in agreement with Nora where it's like, yeah, we're not doing that. Now, posts regarding things that are for you, yeah, she needs to stop that. It's very childish for her to do. But like, let's say it's just a general post and it's not about you guys, but it's something that people can't relate to. I make posts all the time that people can't relate to, and I can be like in the happiest mood, and so do some family and friends as well. It has, like, we don't look and go, oh, that person must be going through this, that person must be going through that. No, and those that do that, they're super nosy and they would have found something on you anyway. So you shouldn't be concerned about that. But as far as her posting on things that for sure are about you, yeah, she shouldn't do that whatsoever at all. And that, my dear, is childish. But yeah, that's their only issue, to be honest with you. Nothing too big. Let's move on. Jasmina and Michael, let's get them out of the way. I am sick of Jasmina with this fake compassion, as if you are into him as far as this compassion coming as a potential wife. No, that compassion gave me more of a friend. Okay. Mike, I need you to take back control. I do not need you to have all of the marbles in her basket as far as decision day goes. From this day to since you guys have met down the wedding aisle, she has showed you no real affection outside of a holding of a hand. There has been no kiss on the lips. There has been no lean of a head on the shoulder. There's been no cuddles. There's been none of that and that's because she's not interested in you along those lines. Jasmina is checked out on a romantic level. If she's ever been checked in, to be honest with you, yeah, take back control and don't let the decision day just be based on, oh, if you want to, then fine, I want to. Then, like, if that's what you want to do. That girl is giving you nothing so far. Take heed to it. Move on. So that's all I want to say regarding them. I don't like this whole, let's focus on Mike and his family or whatnot, because Jasmina, you have not opened up at all. We're too busy focused on Mike's vulnerability. Jasmina, open up about your own life. You know what I'm saying? You don't come from the most, happy-go-lucky background either. You know what I mean? Don't have just one person pouring themselves out. That's a huge imbalance. And it's crazy that Mike hasn't noticed that yet. But he's just so much into just trying to make it work so he can hold on to her, even if it's at her rules, that it's honestly, it's ridiculous. Let's move on from there. We get to Elijah and Katina, their issue is pertaining to kids in the future. Elijah, I am not sure if he is just going through this journey or if he is really locked in. If they are still together, as I said to you guys before, it's going to be because Katina is very patient and is putting up with a lot. Because even with this episode, we learned that Elijah honestly wants a girl that is already established. He does not want a girl that is still getting themselves together, right? And that's fair. Like, I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you want. The problem that I have is that because Katina is still getting herself together, you little girl her a lot. Like, you basically talk down to her, and that's probably is why you talk down to her. You know, like you said in a previous episode of you don't want to feel like you're trying to make her become like a woman or wifey material. What do you know about wifey material when you did not grow up in a marital home, nor have you ever been married? It's just, it's ridiculous. He now tries to blame it on kids and her finishing school, and well, you'll just be getting your life together. And, you know, me, I'm already established. I don't want to be the whole, the person that bears the burden. Well, Elijah, you're the one that wants this 1950s lifestyle of this, woman that cooks and cleans every single day. You want this traditional lifestyle. Then traditional lifestyle also had it where the man was the provider. You see how that works? Now all of a sudden you want to pull back when it comes to that, right? But you want her to do all of these duties. You're mad at whenever something is slightly off. If she misses a meal that day, if the food's not cooked that great, if she didn't clean after the guests left, you're mad, right? But now it's I don't want to be the burden to bear regarding this whole having a kid. And her starting her career does not mean that you guys can't have at least one kid. I mean, I don't know. Like she said, she grew up in a single parent household. It's not to say that you guys would be struggling and living underneath the bridge. If you are as established as you say that you are, her bringing in income, because she'll still be bringing in income. It may not be six figures and she'll be starting off, but you're making it seem as if she'll be minimum wage. And you're minimum wage, so a kid is out of the question. That's not the case here. Stop fishing for things to be wrong to point out in her. And I am glad that she is starting to stand up for herself. So kudos to you, Katina. Okay, let's get to the meat and the potatoes. This time the meat and the potato is Mark and Lindsey. Lindsey is very, very, very insecure. Lindsey does a lot of projection, like on a whole different level than Jasmina with Michael. Lindsey takes out her frustration on Mark and then comes back with the, hey, I didn't really mean those things, right? She's so used to doing that. Like they argue all the time. She's so used to that. I didn't mean those things. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Because you said it too many times for you not to mean them. Lindsey, you are getting to know this guy. Nobody has time. You guys have only been together for a month. And you've already have had more arguments than a couple that's been together for like 10 years. It is insane. And Mark, his emotions is written all over his face. He does not like you, Lindsey. He does not like you. He does not like you. He does not like you. Mark is sticking around because, he's getting himself straight at the moment. He needs that roof over his head after the whole bedbugs infestation situation. He needs, that stable income, considering that his job had to take a backseat to him even doing this show. You know what I mean? But it is clear that if he had his stuff together, he would not be dealing with you. He does not like you. It is very clear, and I do not blame him. Lindsey, you say the most inappropriate things at the most inappropriate times. And you never read the room. And then even when people are clearly showing through their expression of things that this was cringy, this is uncomfortable, this is awkward, you didn't dive deeper into your cringiness. Like I'm at home watching you getting secondhand embarrassment. Those outrageous laughs that it's impossible for it to have been that funny. Like you seek attention all of the time, and then you get mad when a joke is made in your direction, and you're mad at that because you don't want to be seen as the butt of jokes, even though you don't do anything within your actions to show that you want to be taken seriously. He makes one small, minuscule joke outside before the games even started, and you're offended. You don't want to talk right now. And to me, what I gathered from that conversation was that you were used to people, not just him, people in your life, period, making you the butt of jokes, right? And so you took that small moment, and it may have offended you because it's playing back on, it was a joke relating to your personality. And I am sure, because the people on this show has made it clear about your personality not being their favorite, right? And you said it takes you back to those times when you were in school. So you know about these things. So I'm sure you are insecure when it comes to how people will perceive you and how people will receive you. Not just perceive, but also receive you, right? And so that's why that joke took you over the edge. So now we're playing the game, and you're upset because your name keeps getting called. I'm sure editing only showed it the one time, but based on the conversation, you could tell it was multiple. Okay? And the one time that they showed was them saying that you like to start arguments. Lindsey, you've shown us this for the last 14 freaking episodes. 14 episodes, you've shown us this. Okay? So for you to be shocked or in your feelings about it is insane. I am praying that you watch these episodes and you tense up and cringe just like the viewers have, just like your castmates have, just like as your husband has. Because it is an embarrassment. Like there's a difference between the public perception of Steve and the, hey, don't let our family and friends into our business because I'm afraid they're going to think that your posts are about me. And then there's a level of embarrassment of Mark where he is constantly having to either apologize for you or calm things down or reel you back in. The fact that you thought that it was appropriate to speak on your sex life in that setting, and then you crack the jokes by letting them know that he doesn't satisfy you. Lindsey, you're very inappropriate. You talk like a 13-year-old. And you're in your mid-30s. Like, I can't with you. I can't. And then you get offended. You go up to the room. You do these threats of I'm leaving all the time. No one has time to chase your grown behind. Every single time, Lindsey. No one has time to chase you. I would be over you as well if I was Mark. And he is, but he can't go anywhere. It's ridiculous. Then you get up and, oh, it must have been something that I ate. No, girl. That's not food poisoning. That's you being drunk. Hangover. You was chowing down that champagne. You're always looking sluggish in the face. And your words and your actions follow. I've never seen a cast in the 14 years where one person, right? Even Chris from the Atlanta, even though he was ridiculous, right? Like, to this extent of Lindsey, where you are a constant embarrassment. Like, the more we see of you, the more we understand why that first fiance broke things off a week or two before the wedding. And I'm sure his family and friends are watching this season going, you see, our guy wasn't wrong all along. Look at this. Yep, dude, you did the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. She needs serious therapy. If they are still together after Mark cashed that married at first sight check, if he finally received it, maybe they don't give it to them till after the reunion. If they're still together after that check is cashed, I will be shocked. Once that check is cashed, Lindsey got one argument with Mark before he bails out for good. One. I bet you once he gets that check, she'll be on her best behavior. Because she takes advantage of the fact that he doesn't have it completely together yet. Oh, your life is falling apart. No, it's not, Lindsey. Yours is. And you're deflecting. What does that have to do with anything that happened this evening? Girl, what? Oh, I can't. Okay, so you guys let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear what your thoughts about all of the couples. And I will come back to you guys with another review a little bit later. Talk to you soon. Bye.